was a joke that was going around on social media one time that Yorubas have greetings for almost every situation that you could ever think of. When something good or something otherwise happens, there is a greeting pattern for almost every situation. Ẹnlẹ́, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí gbàgede Tana Àjọ. Orúkọ mi ni Tana, èmi sì lolùkọ́ yín lórí gbàgede yìí. Ibi ni a ti ń kọ́ èdè Yorùbá, tí a sì ti ń kọ́ nípa ẹ̀yà Yorùbá lápapọ̀. This lesson will be about one of the most famous Yoruba traditional practices, greetings in Yoruba culture. So today we're learning Àṣà Ìkíni. Yorubas are famous for their greeting culture. It is what earned them the name Aku in Sierra Leone, which was known as Saro amongst the Yorubas. Aku was coined from how they used to greet themselves with the phrase Aku, Aku Ojo, Aku Oni, Aku Ishe, Aku Wo, and so on. That is how they came about the phrase Aku for Yoruba people. That is to tell you how much Yorubas fancy greeting. And there was a joke that was going around on social media one time that Yorubas have greetings for almost every situation that you could ever think of. When something good or something otherwise happens, there is a greeting pattern for almost every situation. And so in this video, we're going to start with basic greetings so that you know how to greet per time of the day. In subsequent videos, we'll learn about greetings for other situations and for other professions. Before the advent of clocks as we know it now, the Yorubas used the position of the sun as their own clock to tell what time of the day it was. So for each time of the day, there is a name for it. We have Owuro from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Iyaleta from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Osan from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Irole from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Ale from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Oru from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Ogonjo from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Although Oru and Ogonjo are used interchangeably, so sometimes you can even hear Ogonjo Oru or Oru Ogonjo. This time frame covers between 12 a.m. and 2 a.m. Ajin, 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Idaji or Afemoju, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Those are the times of the day and the names they are called in Yoruba language. Now let's move on to how we greet during the day in Yoruba language. There are 4 major times of the day in Yoruba as we have it in English: morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Morning, Òwúrọ̀ or Àárọ̀. Afternoon, Ọ̀sán. Evening, Ìrọ̀lẹ́. Night, Alẹ́. So to greet in the morning in Yoruba language, we say Ẹ káàárọ̀, Ẹ kú àárọ̀. We call it together and say Ẹ káàárọ̀. To greet in the afternoon, we say Ẹ káàsán. Ẹ kú ọ̀sán becomes Ẹ káàsán. In the evening, we say Ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́. That is Ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́. Ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́. And in the night, we say Ẹ káalẹ́. Ẹ kú alẹ́ becomes Ẹ káalẹ́. We greet Ẹ káàárọ̀ from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Ẹ káàsán from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́ from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Ẹ káalẹ́ from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. The tricky thing is, in Yoruba, although night is alẹ́, we don't greet good night as Ekale. So it is important to know these times of the day because that is what will guide you to greet properly. Morning, ẹ káàárọ̀. Afternoon, ẹ káàsán. Evening, ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́. Night, ẹ káalẹ́. The older folks and some very extra people usually will greet ẹ kú àfẹ̀mọ́jú or ẹ kú ìdájí from around 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. They would also greet ẹ kú ìyálẹ̀ta or ẹ kú òrùn kàtàrí from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. In Yoruba, good night is ó dàárọ̀, ó di àárọ̀ till the morning. Other greetings commonly used during the day, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ for when someone is working, ó dàbọ̀ to say goodbye. In Yoruba land, there is a greeting for the person who has just arrived and there is a greeting for the person that you meet at home. For the person who has arrived, you greet the person ẹ káàbọ̀, welcome from where you have gone to. The person who has just arrived will greet the person that they met in the house ẹ kú ilé. English language does not have an expression for ẹ kú ilé. This has always been a joke, an inside joke, like, okay, ẹ káàbọ̀ is welcome. What is ẹ kú ilé? Happy house. Because ẹ kú ilé is simply saying, I greet you for being in the house. A typical Yoruba proverb says, ẹni tí ò kí ni kú ilé, ó pàdánù ẹ káàbọ̀. What this means is that in Yoruba land, the culture is the person who has just arrived must be the one to greet the people in the house first, before the people in the house will now reply and greet the person in return. So that is why ẹni tí ò kí ni kú ilé, the person who does not salute or greet the people he met at home, ó pàdánù ẹ káàbọ̀, has lost the privilege to be welcomed from his trip. So, when next you're in a Yoruba setting, the ideal thing is to greet the people that you have met in that place, and they will in turn greet you who have just arrived. Now, let's do a recap of all the Yoruba greetings we have learnt in this video. Ẹ kú àfẹ̀mọ́jú, ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ kú ìyálẹ̀ta, ẹ káàsán, ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́, ẹ káalẹ́, ó dàárọ̀, ó dàbọ̀, ẹ kú ilé, ẹ káàbọ̀. That's it for Yoruba greetings for times of the day. In subsequent videos, we'll learn greetings for other aspects of life. Màá tún máa rí yín nínú fọ́nrán mi. Ó dàbọ̀.